Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night, wherever you may be. It is time for stamp collecting fun because it is fun, isn't it? Stamp collecting, there's always something going on. So, what's going on in the household of George and Mavis? We've got a nice cup of tea. We've got George here saying, "Who's nicked my orange blossom?" Oh dear. And I think we know the culprit. Yes, we do. Adolf the Mouse is. I think he's been chomping at some stamps. So, enough of that, funnies. Well, I do my best. And I thought it's time to get back to the collection, the mountain of Switzerland, Romania, Poland, Romania. That's been put on hold. Poland again there. And again. And so just those really from the box of fun. So we'll put that to one side. I'm looking there for Romania, Romania being this sort of I don't know, communist state name. So Romania, Poland. Was there somebody else? Probably Switzerland. So, just those three. So we'll dig deeply, because we haven't done it for a while, so we can have a nice little look at stamps. We've got a big, very big here. And immediately there's something coming out. Well, it's Yugoslavia, it is that area, but not anything that I'm collecting at the minute, so we'll put that there. Polska, we are collecting. This is nice. Look at that. Yes, that's very nice. Lejnika. That's a wonderful stamp. Not even sure. I think that may have to go into the specials. Denmark. We put those over there out of the way. This looks like Germany to me. So that goes over there. Belgium, good old Belgium. It's £2.50, so I'll keep it out in case I ain't got a £2.50 in my collection. Isaac Newton, again Germany though. They weren't particularly against celebrating famous folk from other countries. China. Could it be? Could be Japan. I think it's China. Germany. What have we got here? The truth is, I don't know. Papatabotti. Oh, I don't know. So, I'll pass on it. When it pops back up again, I may. Yugoslavia. I may give it a bit of a research. Look at that. Luchtpost. Republic of Maluku Selatan. I don't know the place. Looks a bit Eastern European, but probably isn't. Berlin. The tourist board, Berlin, there, that's quite nice. We're getting a lot of Germans here. German Deutsches Post. That isn't particularly a stamp. What's this here? South Africa. Very common stamps. Lovely stamp though, I always think of, the portrait of the sailor. Magyar Post. We've had innumerable of those. Felt Gascon Grèce of Berlin, not needed on this occasion, nor is that, nor are those. A stamp on paper is sometimes of interest, but on this occasion it isn't. Oldish stamp here. Sweden, the Swedish king, 5 öre. Not doing very well with our Swiss, etc. stamps. Netherlands, Nederlandse Queen. Slovenica. Pakistan. Paisa, 10 paisa. I've done nothing with Pakistan, to be fair. This is interesting. What have we got here? Österreich, Austria. Another of those countries where I did early Austria, but not the latterly, post World War II. I haven't touched Austria really. Now this would be pre-World War II, I think. Possibly just pre or just post. Indonesia. Thailand. This is a tiny stamp. Is it a space stamp? I believe it is. So we keep that out because that will go in my space collection. Final Frontier. Here we've got Belgium. Got all of those. I don't know if... Oh, no, we've got something here. Not Romina, but Romana. Poster Romana, Colosseum. That is nice. That is nice, that is. Lira, so we got Turkey, Turkish lira. Helvetia, Switzerland as we know, so we keep that out in case I ain't got that particular colour. Talking of colour, the later-ish Polish stamps, I mean, that's very religious, isn't it? Christ is here, Christ the King with the apostles. 2001, so it is post-communism, so you'd expect them to be returning to the true faith. And also we had the Polish Pope, which also, Maggie, have I got that? Which also would encourage them to be using more religious type stamps. Now we're getting into it bigly now, so Romana. Poster Romana. An old British Empire. Not quite sure what's going on there with the country. I'm going to keep that out because it's interesting. Republic of Österreich, Vienna, Arrowburg. A ship up the line in Polska. Austria again, Battenberg is that. Zimbabwe. It's underneath the Zimbabwe. Malta. Sorry, Portugal. Yeah, those are very common knight stamps. By that I mean Knights of the Realm. South Africa we've seen. This is interesting. I was coming through my West Germany and East Germany a couple of last week was it or the week before, and here we've got another art stamp, so I'll leave that out. China. Italy, I think we've got all of those, the Aragoses. Also Hungary. Those seem to be almost very nicely cancelled, but not quite. Here we've got Palestine. Mexico, is that? Yep. Italy. We've been through all of those. 1976. Quite a nice council. Cyprus. Turn it the right way around. Yes, Cyprus there. So some... Ooh. How was that sneak through? That'll have to stay out for my set. Unusual British prepaid. Magyar. Clear one for a change. Argentina. Republic of Indonesia. People studying. Children at school. They've just broken up around here, I believe. Now here's a Poland one, which will go nicely. Nice coat of arms too. Yeah, that's quite a nice one. Now here's an unusual blue. Japan or China. Sen, so it's Japan. Don't often see the blue one in arts and crafts. Republic of South Africa. And again, German famous ladies, Oriana. Semi-interest here, Hinge. Lettering 339, Zambia. Polska, so that was hidden beyond it, Krakowa. Österreich. Just pull a couple more, because time is starting to wind down a little bit now. Österreich again, I love those. Very classic and very dramatic. The drama in there. It tells a story. Tunisia, papery, quite papery. New Zealand, Her Majesty the Queen. Looks to be caught unawares there. A very, she must have sort of nodded it through. Deutsches Post. So we're seeing some quite fairly... Oh, Romana. We haven't seen a Romina, but we've seen a couple of Romanas. May have it, but it's nice for it to come out anyway, because we've been struggling a little bit for the ones that we're after. Very old. Deutsche Republic. This doesn't have anything on it apart from lettering. Germany. What's this here? Argentina. Oh, those ones of a lady walking. I mean, they're fantastic, aren't they? The health, the efficiency of it all. Very nice. Nigeria crops up. 1960. Polska. Could be war. Looks slightly military, so I'll check this for war. I don't want to be hinging it or anything. No, it has been hinged in the past, but talking of which, with regards to Polska, here's another one, but this is a more modern one. This looks Everest type. Nepal. I don't want to be Magyar. I haven't got that. And Helvetia pear. We'll call it that for now. So these are left over. These are the ones that I've got work on. These will go into the big box. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, everybody. 15 minutes talk tomorrow, hopefully. Bye, God willing. Bye.